Emmerdale shocker. Dingle left reeling as fans rumble sinister villager behind heartbreaking betrayal. In a devastating twist that has left Emmerdale fans heartbroken, Dingle has once again found herself at the center of heartbreak. And this time, it's more sinister than anyone could have imagined. The once resilient pub landlady is facing fresh turmoil, and loyal viewers are struggling to come to terms with the shocking betrayal orchestrated by someone no one expected. A quiet storm brewing. It started as whispers in the village, strange behavior, subtle lies, and a creeping sense of unease. Chas, already carrying the scars of past heartbreaks, had just begun to rebuild her life. After losing her daughter Grace and weathering multiple failed relationships, she appeared to be on a path toward peace. But peace, it seems, doesn't last long in Emmerdale. Over the past few weeks, Chas had been seen confiding in a familiar face, a seemingly supportive friend who appeared to have her best interests at heart. But as the episodes unfolded, small clues began to emerge. Fans, always eagle-eyed, began piecing together a disturbing picture. This friend wasn't just there to help. They were manipulating events from the shadows, and Chas was their unknowing victim. The villain unmasked. Thursday's episode delivered the emotional gut punch no one was prepared for. In a heart-wrenching scene inside the Woolpack, Chas overheard a conversation that would change everything. Her so-called confidant, none other than Craig Reed, was revealed to be the architect of her recent misery. What began as support turned into emotional sabotage, carefully orchestrated under the guise of friendship. Craig, introduced just months ago as a reformed character trying to make amends for his past, had quietly wormed his way into Chas's inner circle. But behind the kind smiles and sympathetic nods was a much darker intent: to isolate Chas, control her, and ultimately break her trust in everyone around her. Fan reaction, shock, outrage, and sympathy. Social media erupted within minutes of the reveal. "I knew Craig was shady, but I didn't expect this level of betrayal," tweeted one viewer. Another wrote, "Chas doesn't deserve this. She's suffered too much already. When will she catch a break?" Longtime fans of the show were especially vocal, recalling Chas's turbulent past, losing her son Aaron to emotional estrangement, grieving her daughter Grace, and struggling with alcoholism. This latest twist feels like yet another cruel blow to a character who has endured more than most. Lucy Pargeter's powerful performance. Credit must be given to actress Lucy Pargeter, whose portrayal of Dingle has once again captured the raw emotion of betrayal and despair. Her scenes, especially the moment she realized Craig's true motives, were hailed as gut-wrenching and award-worthy by fans and critics alike. One fan wrote, "Lucy Pargeter never misses. The pain in her eyes when she pieced it all together, I felt that." It's no surprise that viewers are already calling for her name to be on next year's Soak Awards ballot. What's next for Chas? The question now looms large: where does Chas go from here? With Craig's betrayal out in the open and her support system shaken, Chas may face another downward spiral. Will she return to drinking? Will she isolate herself again? Or will this be the moment she finally takes control and fights back? Spoilers for next week suggest that Chas may be on the brink of confrontation, with a dramatic showdown expected between her and Craig. But in true Emmerdale fashion, nothing is ever simple, and the consequences could be explosive. A storyline that hits home. This storyline has resonated with many viewers, some of whom have shared their own experiences with toxic friendships and emotional manipulation. It's a powerful reminder of how real-life issues are often reflected in soap storylines, and why Dingle remains one of the most beloved, relatable characters in Emmerdale history.